Okay, so good evening, professional colleagues and ladies and gentlemen. So I want to appreciate you for joining, and then I want to use this means to let you get some hints, necessary thing you need to know about ICANN, and then how to pass it easily. You see, some people have been, many people, not even some people, many people are struggling with ICANN exams, and that could be as a result of lack of information, because when the information is not there, you may not be able to get it the way it's supposed to. So I didn't have that enough time to prepare my slide, but at least let me just make use of this. Most of the things I want to say here is going to be based on experience, and then I'm going to be sharing all this together with you. If we can clear all our papers in this way, then it's possible you too can do it. Okay, so let's go into it. We have ICANN exam hints, pass all at once. I can see some people are playing with my screen. I would rather advise you get a pen and jotter, and then jot everything we are going to be saying down, because they are going to be vital for your examination. Get a pen, get a jotter, and then write it somewhere. If I was opportune to get something like this when I was writing my paper, in fact, it will be very, very easy for me to pass. And despite that, we're still able to pass within 18 months. It's not up to even 2 years. But assuming I was able to get all this at once, I won't have all this issue. Okay, so what is the first thing? The first thing I must say is that please mute your mic, and all questions will be entertained at the end of the lecture. Any question you have, just write it somewhere so that we enjoy the class. So the first thing I want to do is just to, first of all, I want to congratulate you for the step you have taken to advance your career. Okay, to start ICANN is not easy. For you to determine, yes, I want to start writing ICANN, I want to be a chartered accountant. For having that mindset alone, you deserve credits. Many people are maybe they graduated since 19 something, 18 something, and they never even think of taking that step, okay, to be a chartered accountant or to take that particular step you are taking. So for you taking that bold step alone is a credit to you. But one thing is to take the step, another thing is to get ready for the prize. You are taking the step, that is fantastic. But are you ready to pay the price? Because there are so many things you are going to pay for that particular step you are taking. So the first thing you must handle is your mindset. What has prepared you to start the ICANN? Is it because your friend are writing the ICANN? Is it because you maybe you saw one of the picture, you saw induction on the internet and say, I want to get it as well? There must be something that is pushing you for you to say, yes, I want to start. Or you just love to be a chartered accountant. Or because you want to use that certificate to eat for life. So your purpose will prepare you, will be part of things that will ginger you to put all your efforts. So the first thing you must know, the purpose. Why do I say, okay, I want to start writing ICANN? Is it because I want to get value for myself? Is it because I want to get promoted? You must know that purpose first. Once you know the purpose and you have taken the step before, but each time you try to write the exam, you fail. Or maybe you have written maybe like 5 or 4 or 3, or even maybe you wrote even 1 and you failed the 1. And now you are disappointed. You don't want to go again. No, you can't stop. The rule is that when you start the Ican, you can't stop. If you really want to achieve your purpose, you can't stop at that level. It is do or die. This one is either I qualified or not. I won't agree. I won't take it for granted. So all you can do is to continue. Don't ever leave one diet without writing. That is the rule of Ican. Never you leave one diet without writing. Don't say because I failed last diet, I will rest a bit. I'll write it next diet. No, very, very wrong approach. You must continue until you pass the paper. Or sometimes you will see yourself, you will even judge yourself that, yes, I knew that I didn't prepare adequately for that exam. You will know. So never you stop. Don't be discouraged. Don't say, because I fail, I will stop. No. Like what one of the Ican officials, what they said when they came to our center this last Saturday for accreditation, they said failure is part of life. So when you fail now, doesn't mean you have missed it. Doesn't mean you are a failure forever. You are a failure forever if you stop trying it. But if you continue to try it, then one day success will come. Then we need a bit to be spiritual, prayer. Either a Muslim or a Christian, at least a bit of prayer. You know, I've seen so many people that they will say, I will write Ican next diet. I will write Ican next diet. I will write. That's what they have been saying for how many years, and they getting old, getting old, getting old. That thing will never allow them to write it. Another thing is that they have even registered. They have attended the class lecture. But when it is time for them to write the exam, or when it is time for them to register for exam, one sickness or the other will take them. One sickness or other will do what? Will affect them. And they won't be able. They won't be able to do what? To write that particular exam. So that is why I said a bit of prayer. I've heard so many stories about people that when they go to exam or they want to write the exam, you just see them, they will be sleeping. Immediately they enter exam or they will be sleeping all through. They will only wake up when it is time for when the officials, when the vigilators say 30 minutes to stop, that's when they are going to wake up. And they keep doing that every time. That is why I said a bit spiritual. Okay, some people you will see them once it is time for the exam like this, you will just see them, they will have a dream that something happened to them, and or they will dream that they failed the exam, and the same thing will happen in the real life. So a bit spiritual. The another thing is the ready for what? Ready for sacrifice and ready to spend. You are going to spend money, you are going to sacrifice so many things. So you must be ready for the sacrifice. What are the sacrifice you are going to live? Ican will take so many things away from you. You must be ready for that. It's going to take you cash, money aspect. So it's something you are going to be paying for the lectures, you pay for the exams, you pay for the materials, you pay because what you are going to be doing at that time will be taking much of your time. The time will be there, your energy, you won't be able to, you will lose most of your friends if you are very serious about it. Most of your friends will fight with you, and you're not even care about us again. Your family will talk about it. Because once you start writing Ican, people must know that something is happening. Your friend will know that something is happening because that's seriousness, that time for party, time for meeting, everything will be out of the way. Even the time you are going to use to go to barbing salon or what do you call it, salon, to plait your hair, to make your hair, you can stay there for 2 hours to have a beautiful hairstyle. Before, when it is time for Ican, you will see, if you see those who are very serious with this Ican, at that period of time, you will see them. All they will just do is to pack their hair and then comb it, make it beautiful. That's all, because you won't have that enough time. That 2 hours I will go to a salon to go and sit down. I will use that 2 hours to solve like 2 or 3 questions that will benefit me for the exam purpose. Time management. Let's go many things. Many things you will let them go. Okay, but I'm still going back to that later. Let's talk about the approach we are actually here for. Now, the first mindset is what I've been able to just to prepare you on what and what you need to do. Okay. Now, let's go for what exactly we are meant to do. Now, when you look at Ican papers, all the Ican papers is divided into, we can categorize it into two ways. We have one that is theory aspect. We have one that is calculations. The approach you are going to use for the theory papers is different from the approach you are going to use for calculation papers. And what are the example of these theory papers? We have business law. We have AA, that is audit and assurance. We have CSME, that is corporate strategic management and ethics. We have PSAF. PSAF is like, let's say half of PSAF is theory. We have AAA, that is advanced audit and assurance. We have case study. Case study, almost part of the case study is also theory because we'll be writing reports for almost 4 hours. Okay, the approach you are going to use for this aspect is different from the approach you are going to use for the calculation. When we are talking about calculation in Ican papers, we have financial accounting. In foundation, we have management information, which is MI. We have FR, we have PM, we have tax. Then half of PSAF again is calculation. It's like PSAF is divided into, that's public sector, is divided into two, theory and calculations. So if you are preparing for PSAF, you must prepare for the two. We have CR, we have SFM, we have advanced tax. Okay. Now, let's now start the approach one by one, because I noticed that most of our students, this diet that join our tuition center, this diet, most of them are writing everything. You will see most of them, if I want to count, I will count like 4 or 5 people that are writing 6 papers in skills. 6, while those who are writing 5 are also many. Those who are writing the whole 5 in professional are also many, which is fine. That is why I even want them to know this, so that they can clear all the paper, not just to clear the papers, but to get at least prize. Because there's also prize for clearing all the papers and getting the highest mark in one of the papers, or as overall best. Now let's start with the theory approach. The theory approach, you will see that if you are reading your theory approach, Maybe you are reading your AA, business law, and you are reading it every day. It will be as if the thing is not sinking. If you take it again, if you take the topic again, you will look at it. Have I not read this thing? And I can't see attend. I can't see remember anything from here until I open it. It's like that. Especially if you are reading PSAF or you are reading AA, you can read the whole chapter. It has happened to me. You read the whole chapter. And you now look at the chapter again, say, maybe you see question on it and you look at it. I can't remember anything from here. It's like that. You will think you have not taken anything at that moment. Okay? But you just try, since you have read the whole page, the whole topic, but the thing is that don't read like you are cramming it. That is the mistake. Make sure you are not reading to cram theory aspect of Ican. You have to read it and understand it. You are going to be seeing how to read and understand theory aspects. The thing is to read and understand, not to read and cram. If you are reading and you are cramming it from week 1, from week 2, from first month to fourth month, because you are going to be reading it for like 5 months before exam. And if you are cramming, you will see that you won't be able to remember nothing before the exam. So you are to read and understand it, and you'll be able to put it in your own simple English. You'll be able to summarize the whole page within one page. So as you are reading the theory, you must have a book, a jotter by your side. If I finish reading a whole page now, a whole chapter 1, I will get my pen. I will summarize everything I have done, everything I have learned from that particular topic. That is first thing. You are not reading to cram, you are reading to understand. Now, in the course of reading, you will meet so many things. You will see so many jargons. You will see so many grammar that you will not understand. No problem. While reading, you meet some word you don't understand. And if you don't understand that word, the whole sentence will not have meaning. You won't understand what that particular sentence or that area is saying. Very fine. At this age, you are no longer using dictionary. But when I was still writing my own paper, I used to have my dictionary by my side. So, but at this time, no need for dictionary. All you just have to do, that particular word you don't understand, just write it on Google. Just write the meaning of that particular word on Google. Make sure you understand every grammar they put in each sentence you are reading. If you're unable to get it on Google and you want to get more details, just go to ChatGPT. Put that particular word there. You are not cramming, you want to understand it fully. Okay? And after reading that, we see that now summarize the whole chapter, summarize it in a jotter. Get a jotter for each paper. Okay? Get a jotter for each paper. Get a note for each paper. Summarize everything in that paper based on your own understanding. It might not be more than one page for the whole chapter. Then for every chapter, there's always question at the back of each chapter. Now attempt that question based on your own knowledge, not by cramming. What you understand, put it in your own simple English. Now, after you are done with that, compare your solution with the solution in that particular either study pack or Pathfinder. Compare your solution with it. Understand what is different. What have I done wrong? If I'm saying the same thing, I'm saying the same thing, fine. So in Ican exam, they are not expecting you to write the same thing you have in your study pack. They're not expecting you to write the same thing you have in your Pathfinder. They want you to understand and put it in your own simple language. Just that you must be mindful of the accounting terms used in that particular definition. Okay, that is for theory aspects. There's still so many things we are going to talk about. Another thing is the calculation aspects. The approach you are going to use for calculation aspects. Before I leave that theory aspect, so once you are done with all the questions, you can now start using different type of questions. You can use Pathfinder, you can see question from Park to test yourself on that particular topic. So when you are working on the theory, we read the theory chapter by chapter, and you attempt questions that relate to it chapter by chapter. Now let's go to the calculation. The calculation approach is different from the theory approach. The first thing is that you must understand the topic of the calculation. You have to be in class. If you are not in class, you have to watch the video. If you not watch the video, at least someone must have explained that topic to you. If someone did not explain the topic to you, it will take you longer period to understand it. If someone explained to you, you can understand it within 30 minutes. But if you want to study it yourself, it might take you like 2 hours. And time management is very key when you are studying for Ican. So the first thing is to understand the topic. Probably I want to read limiting factor. I must have attended lectures, or someone must have put me through what the limiting factor is all about. Once I understand the limiting factor, what is the next thing? Someone say I'm not hearing. Can everyone hear me? Can someone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
So that should be from the person's side. Okay, so once you understand the topic, the next thing to do is to calculate the examples you have done in class. If you understand the topic, you are in class, you have attended the class, they solved like 3 questions in class. Fantastic. The next thing to do is not to start attempting another question that you have not done before. The first thing to do is to recalculate all the example you have done in class to see if you can do it perfectly. Test yourself if you understand the topic first. So once you now understand the topic first, you know that you are good with each topic, with all the examples you have done in class, then you will now look for more complex questions. Don't go for complex questions when you cannot solve the examples you have done in class. You close your book, you read the question you have solved in class, you take it again from beginning to the end. Each step by step that the teacher or the lecturers has taken, you take it and you finish it up. You see if you can get it the same way. If you can get it the same way, it means you have already mastered that particular topic. Then go ahead and look for more difficult questions. When you are working on questions that has calculation, you can't be opening your book and be reading. No. Even all the papers in Ican, you can't just be reading and be looking. Okay, your pen and your jotter must be working, because you can be easily distracted when you just open the book and be looking at it. There's no how. You'll be distracted because the book is too heavy, the volume is too high. So before you read like 2 chapters or 3 chapters, you will be distracted. Your mind will go, you just be flipping your book. You will think you are reading. So your pen and your jotter must be working as you are reading. So when you look for small examples, where are you going to get all these small examples? From Pathfinder, from Study Park, from textbooks. So there are some papers that you need their textbook, like PM, like SFM. Sure, you need their textbook. So you look at more questions in those textbooks, in that Pathfinder, in that Study Park. Start with the one that has solution. So once you are done with that more complex one with solution, once you solve the question, go and check the solution. Mark yourself. If you not get it right in the first time, don't worry, don't be disappointed. Okay? Mark yourself, study the solution, see where you have missed it. Oh, I missed this question because I did not do this one. Oh, this is why. Even while solving, you were unable to move on again. Maybe you forgot what step to take. Leave it. Go and check the solution. Study the solution. If you understand the solution, then you can solve the question. So, calculation aspect of Ican papers is based on how many questions you are able to solve when you are preparing for the exams. If you are able to solve just 5, then it means your preparation is not enough. If you are able to solve like 50 before the exam, there's no how. You will see questions that will relate, that will be very familiar to what you have solved. So when working with calculations, you can't be lazy. You just have to work hard. Okay. Now, the next thing is practice, 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 practice. You know, you will see some people, they will be in class from morning to night. You will see some people, they will never miss one class from first day of the lecture to the end of the lecture, and yet they will still fail the papers. They will not be wondering, well, I did not miss any class now. Yes, you don't miss any class, and you understood all the topic you have been taught. Fine, you understood all the topic, but you never practice. So the rule is that attend the class, understand the topic you have been taught. If you are not clear about the topic, make sure the lecturer explains to you until you understand. If you don't understand it, then you can talk to your friend to explain to you. But the thing is that make sure you understand the topic. If you understand the topic, you have to practice. How do you practice? Is by solving so many questions. If you are too lazy to solve so many questions, it will be difficult for that person to pass calculation aspect, even the theory aspect. The rule is that you just have to practice. Practice make perfect. The more you practice, the better you become in the exam. I believe that aspect is clear. Now, how do we now prepare for the examination? The first one is to attend classes. Like I said, there are so many things that you can do within 30 minutes that you will understand within 30 minutes if you attend class. But if you don't attend class, you can take that same topic for 2 good hours. You will not still understand. And by doing so, you are wasting your time. Another thing is that another thing of attending the class is that you are learning so many things. You are gaining both the experience and you are still preparing for the exams. Ican is just not to pass Ican and that's the end. No, it's more than that. There are so many people that have the Ican that they cannot defend. Not many, but let's say they have some that are chartered, but they cannot defend what they have. And that's why you see, it's not all the chartered accountants that are actually doing fine. Okay, because most of them, all they just do during the exam is to cram, go to the exam hall, and luckily they just serve into their hand and they pass their paper. So ICANN is more than that. You have to understand it, practice it, and then get ready to use it for future. Because you know that once you get the ICANN, you have arrived. Because ICANN is the apex certificate you can get as an accountant in Nigeria. It's like open door to many opportunity for you. Okay. Now attend the class. That's the first thing. When I was attending my own lectures for ICANN, I used to say it boldly. From day one, from my skills to professional, I never missed a class. I never missed a class from day one to my professional. Every day, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, from my skills to my professional. One topic like this, they did not do it after me, behind me. And I will sit at the front of the class. My chair, not always the first chair anyway, but maybe say second row or third row, because I want to see what is going on. Because that determination is there, that burden, that fire is there. Say, determination. I must understand this thing. If I don't understand, I will call the lecturers. So attend the class. That is first one. Then notes or summarize notes. Many people are attending the classes, they will not have notes. You must have a note, because that note is the one that will help you to handle the topic within few minutes. If you are not writing the note, or you are not jotting the notes, is as the same thing as going back to the study park again. How many hours is going to take you? The same hour you are going to, so you are wasting time. But you are in class. It's better you get a jotter, or you get a good note, 4-in-1 book, and jot topic by topic. If I take my book like this, under 30 minutes, I understand what is in chapter 1. I understand what is in chapter 2, because the way I'm going to write it, I will summarize everything. Another one, notes, the jots in the class, but at the end of the class, they cannot even find it. They will not even be able to find where the one topic is. So you can't locate where the topic is. Or they can even, maybe during the class, you use like 3 jotters, but you won't be able to find one. You won't be able to find 2. So it's as useless as you are not jotting anything. So good maintenance of the notes you have written, the material usage. During the exam, or even not, if not during the exam, you will see material flying up and down in the group, any group you belongs to, especially if you are in a different Ican platform. You will see some people will drop a material, and you see the material is very useful. Or maybe in your lecture note, because in our own center, we have each lecturer will come with the lecture notes, they will drop it. All this material, you have to know how to use them. You have to know how to keep them. You open a folder on your phone, CR, PM, FR, and all this material, you put them one by one, arrange them one by one, so that you can easily access them at any time for your reading. You arrange them and you use them very well. Okay. Another one is the video usage and YouTube. Let me start with video usage. For our own lectures, we have videos we put on our platform, so that you can go back and watch the video. However, many people are misusing it. You are not to be watching the video again if you understand the topic. You are wasting your time. If you understand the topic, the next thing to do is not to watch the video. The next thing to do is to practice more. Look for more complex questions to solve. The time I'm going to sit down again to watch that video will be like 2 hours, when I'm supposed to use 2 hours to solve more complex questions. You only need the video if you don't understand the topic. It will be as a backup. But if you understand what you have done, what they have taught you in class, well understood in class, there's no point of going back to that video to watch it. It's useless. Another thing is that YouTube, many of you don't know how to use YouTube. There are so many YouTube channels you can log in to see more topics, to see more complex how they solve it. Okay? Even on my own YouTube channel too, there are so many topics there. I have about 90 videos there. Even if all of them are not for Ican, most of them are for Ican too. There are some other too that you can just Google on YouTube. Just look for whatever limiting factors. You will see so many lecturers that are taking limiting factors. You can just Google business valuation. You will see so many lecturers that have taken business valuation. But you don't need to go back to that if you actually understood the topic. If you understand the topic, just look for more complex question that has solution. So solve more complex question. When you are done, you can assess yourself, mark yourself if you are right or wrong. The next one is question guide. How do you make use of question guide? The question guide only tells you this diet, they tested the question, this diet, they tested this question, topic by topic. Fine. All you just have to do when you are reading, today I want to read limiting factor. I'll just go to PM guide, question guide. I'll look for all the diets that Ican has tested limiting factor. And I will start solving it one by one, one by one. And I'm not just solving it one by one. If I've solved question 1, or if I've solved question in November 2018, and I want to solve the one of November 2020, if that question is the same thing, I don't have points to solve that again. I'll just look at it, I'll see this one is the same thing I just solved now, or just a little bit different. There's no point of repeating that. Look for the one that is entirely different from what we just finished solving now. The one that will give you more headache. When you are reading, when you are solving or you are reading for Ican, you get to a stage that your head will be heavy. At that period, it means you are reading. If you are still reading and your head is not that heavy, you are not too tired. You have not started. When I was reading, I will start reading from morning like 8, and I will not stand up till like 6 p.m. By the time I leave that place, my head will be heavy. Even to sleep, say I cannot sleep. I will still be the thing will still be coming to my mind, what I've done. Okay, that is how to use the question guide. If I want to do IS2, I will go to FR. I'll look at IS2. How many times have they tested it? I will go and take IS2 one by one, one by one, one by one, and I'm fine to go with that. Pathfinders, how do you use Pathfinders? Pathfinder is another materials too that you must have. But Pathfinder is not the first thing you need to do immediately you start attending lectures. At least give yourself like 1 month or 1.5 months. Get to used to the class. Make sure you are grasping what you are being taught before you start using Pathfinder. At least you must understand what you want to do first. So Pathfinder is just for many past questions, which will train you. You'll be able to practice as many as possible before exams. So Pathfinder is the very good resource material you can use that you cannot even do without if you are preparing for Ican. You want to write Ican, you don't know what Pathfinder is all about. You did not even solve like at least 20 questions from Pathfinder for each paper, and you are going for exam. You are not ready. Okay, at least a reading partner, but a serious one though. Have a reading partner. If I want to read myself, I may read for like 1 hour, and I'll be tired because it will be boring for me. I'm just taking it for example. But if I have a reading partner beside me, I'm seeing this person The person is gingering me. I'm also gingering the person. We can read for like 15 hours, not stop, or 10 hours, not stop. Because as we are discussing, some point like 5 minutes we'll discuss. Then later we'll continue. If this one is tired, you say, no, let's solve this one. When I was to write my Ican, my skills, my professional, I always have a partner. So I always have a partner, a reading partner. So we schedule our time. Okay, this Saturday we are meeting so place. We go and read. This time we are going to class. We sit at the back. But you have to just make sure you choose a serious partner, not the one that you'll be the one teaching the person everything. The person that you know that this person is good a bit. At least the person will gain from me, I will gain from her. So not that you'll be the one giving everything. No. Look for someone that you are almost at the same level. That I'm teaching you, I'm getting something from you. You will see them in class. It can be online. Okay. Another thing is our marathon revision. Many people don't know how to use that. A marathon revision is just to revise everything you have done. An opportunity to touch as many topics as possible. As many topics as possible to revise the key area that is likely to come out. That is what our revision is all about. And for us to start from morning till night for 1 day per paper, it means you should be able to cover at least half of question you are going to see in the exam. It may not be the exact question, but the topic, you will see that something like that will come out that will help you to conquer that particular question. All you need is knowledge of that question. Oh, I've seen something like this before, and this is how we solve it. That alone will give you the upper hand on that particular question. So our marathon revision is always at the end of lecture. Okay, so that you can, after marathon revision now, you now go and sit down somewhere. Now that you have done all the topics, you have tried to revise all the topic in a flash. All the topics you have done for like 5 months. We are touching it just in 1 day. They will not leave you for like 2 weeks or 1 week. Go and hide somewhere and go and do what? Go and prepare for yourself. The next one is dictionary, Google, AI. I think I've talked about that, but I'm going to show you something about that AI later. Maybe before the end of the class. Just make sure you remind me how you can actually use that AI better, in a better way. Textbook, sure, you need textbook, especially if you are writing PM or SFM. You need textbook. You can't do without textbook, because those textbooks, there are so many questions and answers there. So it will enable you to solve as many as possible. That will have solution. It will have solution. So you are giving yourself the work. You are also marking yourself, because lecturer will not have that time to be sending, this is what I solved, please help me mark. You are solving like 20 questions. You are sending to lecturer to please help you mark. The lecturer will be tired as well. But you can solve the question from the textbook yourself and then mark yourself, because the solutions are there. So you will have that time to solve as many as possible, except the one that is not very clear to you. Then you can call someone to explain to you. But if you study the answer very well, the more you think, the more your brain expands. So if you cannot reason very well, your brain, and you always call people to help you explain this, your thinking also will be limited. But the more you disturb your brain to read, the more the brain expands, the more your knowledge, your IQ, the more it increases. Okay? We've talked about the study pack. So make use of the study pack. There are some certain papers that you must based on the study pack for them. Number one is that when you are preparing for PSAF, please don't go beyond the study pack. Stay at least 80% on study pack. I believe we are jotting something. Study pack, 80%. When you are talking about AA, audit and assurance in skills, stay within your study pack. Don't go beyond, and use your pathfinders. Okay? When you are working on AAA in professional, stay within your study pack and use pathfinders. When you're talking about CSME, the theory aspect, stay within your study packs and pathfinders. When you are talking about FR and CR, don't go to at least 50% from the study pack, because all the standard and the study pack, all you just have to use to understand the study pack and then use the pathfinder. I don't think you need textbook for CR and PM, and the FR. Okay. Then for your PM and the SFM, sure, you need textbook. Okay. And we all know the popular textbook that you have to get is either you get Omoleyiwa, that is the most popular textbook in PM and SFM. Okay. You can get other textbook as well. Then we have timetable. For those who are writing a foundation, your own is simple. Just focus on your study pack all through, because your own is objective and then just a bit theory part that you are going to do. But the theory is carrying mark more than the objective anyway. Now you need timetable. You are studying for Ican, you don't have timetable. You just feel like you just go with your emotion when you want to read. Today I want to take PM. You just started. Today I want to take FR. Today, I want to take CR. No. That's not how to read. That's not how to read for Ican. You must have the timetable that will guide you. For example, if I'm reading for a skills paper in Ican, I can put, because I know on Saturday and Sundays, I will go for lectures. So surely I will be tired when I come back. So I can put, and on Monday, I know on Monday is always ethic. I will put PM on Tuesday. I will put PM on Friday. So PM will take more time. So on Wednesday, I can put FR. On Thursday, I can put PSAF. Then Saturday, when I come back from work, the rule is that when you come back from the class, Saturday and Sunday, you must at least open what you have done. Cross-check it. Don't waste your time. It might just be like 1 hour or 2 hours when you come back from class. You must open what you have done for that day. Check it. Is there anything I don't understand? How do we get this one? How do we get this one? Make sure you understand it. So, and make sure you follow your timetable strictly. So you may be having 2 papers per day. Maybe you are a type of person that get to work that get home maybe like 8. So from 8 to 9:30, you are fine to go. Another thing, yes, for working class, can I manage my time? Yes, you can manage your time. If you resume work by 8 a.m., you can get to the office early. Read within the short period we have before the work will start. At least 30 minutes, 1 hour is something tangible. Instead of you go and sit down with your friend when you'll be talking early in the morning, gisting before the work will start. No, they must know that something is going on with you. So that 1 hour, maybe you get to work by 7, get to work early by 7. The work will start by 8. Find a place to hide yourself. 1 hour, that space is something before the work will start. Then when you get home again, use the remaining 1 hour or 2 hours before you sleep. Make sure you don't sleep late, because when you start sleeping late, it will damage your brain. It will affect your brain. You don't need to sleep late because you are reading. That's for me. If I'm reading, latest I will sleep by 10. Even that 10, I'll be tired already. So 10 latest, so that I can sleep from 10 to like 5. From 5, I will dress up, get to work by 7. By 7, I have 1 hour. Within that 1 hour, I will read another 1 hour again. You must be able to manage your time. You must be able to strategize. The time is not there, we all know, but no matter how, you must be able to, as long as you are determined to chartered, that determination must push you. You must discipline yourself as well. You must be able to discipline yourself. There are so many things you will need to overlook. If God bless you, you have enough money. You have money, God bless you. There are some times that instead of you to be cooking, you will go and get food from outside because you are reading. Instead of me to be cooking for like 2 hours, when I can just quickly get something, I can just get something like 200 naira that can just hold me so that I will be able to read. Instead of cooking for 2 hours, I want to wash clothes because I want to be going out. I want to be using different kind of clothes. Let them know that something is going on. Wash whatever clothes you want to wash, put it there and start reading again. Time management. Your hairstyle will change. You can't go to where you're going to do your hair for 2 hours. That's too much. Even if possible, I beg, help me cut it down. Make it neat. There are so many styles you can do without even plating your hair. Good evening, sir. Can you please share the first page of your screen? Don't worry, I'm going to share the material with you later, but make sure you are jotting anyway. Then church. We've talked about the lifestyle. You are kind of person that used to go to party, Owambe. You have to stop that. Ican will never allow you to go to party. If you miss one class, you don't know, but maybe that's what is going to come out in the exam. Owambe, let them know that something is going, except Owambe that is very, very important that you cannot do without. Okay? Maybe your sister, your very sister is getting married and you have to be there. I think that is understandable. But my classmate, my this thing, want to do admin party, want to do staff party, and you are going every time, you are missing class. No, you have to rearrange your lifestyle. Okay, your girlfriend always comes, and when he comes, it will disturb you like 2 hours, distract you for 2 hours. You won't be able to do that. You won't be able to do anything. You visit your girlfriend. All those things have to stop. Then church. Muslim people don't have that much wahala because they are own. There is time for them, and that time when it is time, they just go and do their prayer. Within 10 minutes, they are back, or within let's say 10 minutes, they are back. But for most of us that we are Christian, we will go to church, especially paper that falls on Sunday. We want to be in the church. And thank God for our own timetable in House of Accountant. Our lectures start by 11. But despite that the lecture start by 11, some people will still not be in class by 11 because you are in church. Whatever you are doing within that period before you join the class, it will affect you. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say going to church is wrong because we need prayer. But if we have been in church from morning till like 11, I think you have done something. Why don't you join the class from 11 when the class will start? It's not forever. You missing that church service is not, it's just for a while, within 4 months, you are done. Within 4 months, you are done. And it's not that you are missing church every time. It's just because you are starting from morning, you are going to leave by 11. You have tried. There are some churches that even close before 11, while there are some churches, it is 1 that they are going to close. Then there are some weekly programs: Monday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Bible study, choir practice, all these things. You have to let your church leaders know that you are writing professional exams. By the time you chartered, they will be proud of you. So let them know that you are paying price for this. It's not that you are going away from church, but for some time, you have to manage the time. The last one is the time management. The kind of food you eat also will also matter. The type of sleep, make sure you sleep well, sleep sound. Don't read from 10 to 3 a.m. Don't be reading from 10 to 5 to 4 a.m. No, it will be affecting you. You will notice that you won't be able to sleep. You notice that you won't be able to sleep well. And if you don't sleep well, when you get to work, you will even be sleeping. So it will affect you. Manage your time. If you want to read within, let's say, within 7 to 10. It's okay. Within 7 to 10 a.m., p.m. And read early in the morning. Read early in the morning, read in the night, but don't read in the midnight. Because when you are unable to sleep very well, it will affect you mentally. Manage your work as well and manage your food you are eating. Make sure you are eating a good food, balanced diet food. Okay? Now, I'm almost done so that I can entertain questions. So how do we now, during the exams, when it is time for exam, you can see maybe 1 month to exam. That is the time you will start pushing for leave. Start asking your HR. Let them know in the office that you are writing Ican and you will need leave. At least 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, you need that period to prepare for exam. All this 1 hour, 2 hour you are reading every day is not enough. It is the leave that will help you more. If you can get like one week leave, that 7 days alone before exam, go and lock yourself somewhere. Go run away from home where they will disturb you. Go to where you can find a library within that 7 days. Some people will even go, they will go and lodge themselves in one hotel for 7 days, as if you are fasting for marathon, so that you will know how people handle Ican. So you go and leave, go and hide somewhere for that 7 days. You may be coming, you can leave early in the morning by 8. You come back by 8 or by 7 a.m. p.m. It will be as if you are going to work normally, but you are going somewhere to read. It's not that some people will be on leave, they will still be going to work. They will say they want to go and read at work. There's no how. You will be distracted. Go to a solemn place where air will be coming to your brain, where it is only you and your book. If you have your reading partner, you and your reading partner, only both of you are reading and you are reading seriously. You are covering all the topics. Because majorly when it is time for that exam, all you need to do is to list all the topics in each paper and be ticking it one by one. Yes, I have studied this. If the question is coming from here, I can answer it. I have done this. You will tick them one by one until you are able to tick everything. That is when you can say, yes, I'm ready for exam. Then before entering the examination hall, many people, when it is time, when it is during exam, they will off their WhatsApp number. Any message dropping, they will not see anything again. It is wrong. Okay? When it is exam week, that is even when it's supposed to be online, you are not online to be reading messages, but online to be, we have class group. At least see what is going on in the class group. If they drop any question, look at it. If you can answer, if you are good to go, leave it. If they are dropping area of concentration, look at it and leave it if you can do it. Like last diet now, I for our case study, I dropped a particular question on that case study, but I drop it around 12 a.m. in the night. A day that the following day that they are going to write case study. That's the day I dropped the question. Only few of them, not only few of them, some of them, let me put it that way. Some of them opened the question, work. They even they were asking question in that midnight, and I was responding to their question. And to their surprise, the same question they solved in that midnight, the same question came to them live and direct as a case study. So you just finish that one. This one, I will finish you because I can see you. Do you understand? But assuming you have locked, you locked your data, the message did not drop. And later after the exam, you now open the WhatsApp number and the question now dropped. And it was the same question you saw in the exam. How will you feel? You feel sad. So during the exam, it's not the time to put your phone somewhere. You are not staying online, you are not doing anything online, but just check what is going on online. Just not online, just check what is going on in class. Is there any hint? Before, when they want to, on the day, a day to the FR2, I put it there. Please make sure you read cash flow statement, IAS 7. Some of them online, some of them were not online, some of them even practice, some of them did not practice. But question 1 in their FR, this last diet, was cash flow. So that's it. So you have to be online. Make sure you are online. You are not disturbing, you are not chatting, but you are just there if there's any information. Another thing is reading when it is time for the exam. So the first thing is that on that exam day, you have to be in the exam hall or exam venue early. The first thing is make sure you know the location. It's not the exam day and now start running up and down to find your location, to find your examination center. You must have found out, make sure you know where your exam center is. So get to the exam center by 7 a.m. Your exam will start by 9 a.m. Get there 2 hours before the time or 1.5 hours before the time. Find a place to read, revise that particular paper you want to have. Read. If possible, go with your Ican pack. When I was writing my PSAP, I went to the examination hall with my study pack, with my PSAP study pack. I was reading that study pack. I was flipping through it. I can read this and understand this topic. Until they said, everybody go out 5 minutes give us 15 minutes so that you can prepare your all. That is when I went out. Even when I went outside, I was still checking the textbook. And to my surprise, as I was entering the hall, it was the last question, the last topic I treated. That's what I saw. So I just finished that one first. So you will continue to read, not that you get to exam where you not go and start gisting. No, that's not the time to gist. That is time to start revising. If possible, go with your notes, your summarized notes you have with you. You can look at that one within 30 minutes, you are done with all the topics. And another thing I used to do is that when it is now like, because I've checked all my tests, when it's like 20 minutes for us to enter the hall, or let's say like 15 minutes to enter the hall, I will not stop reading. I will not be moving around. But as I'm moving around, I'm still revising. I've put away the book, but I'm revising what I've been reading since morning. But when I'm moving up and down, I'm going to where some team, where they are gathering and where they are discussing. You will hear them discussing about topics. Have you read this topic? Have you read this topic? What about this topic? How do you get this one? How are we going to go about it? I will just stay within them there. I will look at them. If what they are discussing is what I know, I will leave them. I will go to another place. But if I get a place when what they are discussing, I did not understand, I did not touch it, I will quickly go back to that, my notes. I will make sure I grab it, because you can't tell. Anything it may be what they are discussing that will come out in the exam. Nobody can predict Ican like that. So I always make sure whatever I've read stays in my head, and I want to cover all the topics so that anywhere they are coming from, I'm waiting for them. Another one is the exam hall. Make sure you get the exam hall, get your seat number, go with your material. The first thing is to make sure you get your seat number. It's not when you get to the exam hall, when it is now time, you will now be roaming up and down to be looking for your seat number. Roaming up and down alone will distract you. It will affect your performance. When you are going for exam, you have to relax. Get everything done early. Relax your brain. Calm, be in charge. Okay, relax. The materials, revise them. The material you are going to use, your pen, make sure your pen is okay. Anything that can distract you in the examination hall, make sure they are all. The first thing is to read the question. I mean, read the requirements, not the whole question. If you are reading the whole question, at the end of the question, you don't know what you cannot answer the question. It means you have wasted your time in the exam. So the first thing is to go to requirement. You are required to prepare statements of cash flow using direct method. Can I solve this question using direct method? If you know you cannot solve it using direct method, and it's not a compulsory question, it's better you leave it and go to another one. But if you see another one and say solving is using indirect method, and you know you can use direct method, that is the first thing. You will know that, yes, I can answer this question. You will now start reading the whole story to start seeing the technical parts of it. Now, after looking at the requirement, the next thing to look at is the marks allotted. You will see some question, it will be 20 marks. You will see another question, it will be 15 marks. You will see another one, it will be 10 marks. You will look at it, out of these 20 marks, how many can I answer properly? What is my possible marks I can get here? Can I get the whole 15 marks? Can I get 10 out of 15? You will strategize your mark. You will look at it. If I can get 10 here, if I can get 20 here, if I can get 15 here, if you add everything together, that is 50. That is 40. That is 35. I will drop this one. I think I can answer this one. If I answer this one, I will get 40 marks. If I answer this one, you will strategize, not just to read the question and start working on it. You have to strategize your mark. Mark the one you want to answer. Then another thing is your time management. Don't always be deceived to answer question one as a first question, because question one is always there to waste your time. Okay? Even if you know how to do it very well, don't start question one. Go and attend to some 2 questions. Okay? But when it is like 2 hours to go, 2 hours to finish the exam, make sure you go back to question one, solve question one, and then pick some others one. So don't ever waste your time on question one. If you want to start with question one, make sure you time yourself. Tell yourself, I'm not using more than 1.5 hours. So, if you are using more than a half hour on question one, that is if you want to start with question one. If you are using more than a half hour for question one, or you are using more than 1 hour for question one, depending how the question is, you know that you are doing something wrong. Timing yourself is very key. Okay? So I think, let me stop here. I believe you have been writing what I've been saying since morning, which is going to help you in the examination hall. I want to see you clearing all the papers. especially this diet. I want to see our skills, our professional, our foundation to clear all the papers. Okay. So let me entertain question. If you have any question concerning what I've been discussing since morning, maybe you want to, you need clarification or something, let me understand. Let me answer your question. So we run both online and physical classes. So it depends on, and distance is not a barrier here. I can hear someone said is joining us from Adamawa or Yola just now. I mean, from I don't know, maybe maybe I can remember that particular location. Just now, the person is on call. So distance is not a barrier as long as we are in the technology age now. So no issue. Okay, thank you very much. This section is really insightful. Kudos. Okay, you're welcome. So you can unmute yourself if you have question, or you can type your question if you have any question. So let me entertain questions. If you entertain questions, I want everyone to pass, clear your paper, dust your icon once and for us, and move on. Okay.
Sir,
So
are we going to get the recorded version of this?
yes, I will try to upload it on our YouTube channel. And I will try to share I don't think I need to share the material because you have been jotting whatever we have been discussing since morning. Anyway.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I've tried to follow according to all these guidelines. My skill level, I did 5 of the papers and I passed 10. So excluding FR and CSME. So I've been writing FR and CSME repeatedly 3 times. Though I couldn't join the physical class again because I've passed that. But I usually join your online classes every time. But I'm still yet to pass here. So I'm thinking that what's wrong in that area. I passed my FR last time, but this ESM, I keep repeating it, and I'm so very sure of it anytime I do that I can relate to every question that comes in. Can you enlighten me?
Okay, so just like what I said, maybe you are yet to get the strategies to use. Okay, so for CSME, the way you are going to approach CSME is different from the way you are going to approach FR. So that is what you are here to understand. If you want to read CSME, like I said, focus more on your study pack. Focus more on your pathfinders. And also, as you are reading chapter by chapter, make sure you are jotting. Make sure you are summarizing. You may be reading now, early now, and it will seem as if you are just forgetting, as if you are just reading, you are not grabbing anything. Attempt question under the topic. You will see that you are grabbing something. But when it is close to the exam, make sure you have enough time to read it properly. Okay? That's just it. But keep trying. Don't, like I said, don't make sure you are not leaving one diet without writing that paper. Keep writing the paper. You will see that as you keep writing the paper, you are reading more. There's something you are yet to understand properly about the topic or about the paper. That is why you are still not getting it. But once you grab it, you understand it very well, you will see. It will just clear the paper and once and for all. Okay, so any other question? I believe I've been able to answer that. I will upload the videos, listen to the video again, digest it. Make sure you understand the video. Then follow and keep all these rules. I bet you will clear that stubborn paper very soon. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for this work. Thank you for this work. I'm from Jos. Okay. I'm from Jos, and thanks for the resourceful lecture. I am writing for the first time. No issue. If you are writing for the first time, just understand this preparation. Okay, make sure you understand this preparation is very key. You must know how to prepare before you start launching yourself into it. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm sorry.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
sir. Please, how do mothers with children manage our time for reading and also work? That one is very ethic. You just have to, you just have to find your time, especially if you are a nursing mother. That would be very, very difficult, but you need to schedule your time. As long as you are ready for the exam, you need to find time. Okay, it might be when the baby is sleeping, that is when you are going to wake up. Okay, the sacrifice is going to be there. Or if the baby knows the family also has to understand that yes, our mommy want to chatter. So the husband also can help you to play with the children for some time while you just hide yourself somewhere and read. So both of you just have to understand the situation, because that is the highest certificate you can have in your own discipline. Thank you very much. Please, at what point can students be allowed to read overnight in class? You mean in our own class? You mean in our own lecture class, Abby? It depends. Uh, I'm not sure we allow the overnight to read overnight for now. But if you want to read during the day, you can come. But overnight, the place is not the mosquito will affect you, and that place, because you'll be the only one, I won't advise you to come and read alone. But you can find like a library around to read. Okay. Thank you, sir, for this lecture. Very interesting. Okay, you're welcome. Please, I know some people, if you have question, you want to talk, you can unmute yourself. I'll just wait a bit for the one I'm reading. Please, sir, how can one get reading partner, especially for virtual classes? Yes, for the reading partner, you may not get, you can get from online. You look at someone that used to answer questions, someone that are active in class. Someone that is active in class may not be that the person is brilliant anyway, but doesn't mean that. Just get someone. You can get online. You can get online. I know some people that even connected online and they started reading together. And that place you are to your location, you will get someone that's also writing Ican. Okay, but if it's difficult for you to get a reading partner, you can do it yourself. All you just have to do is to focus and then discipline yourself. But if you can get a reading partner, is also better. It will help you. There's a proverb that says two heads are better than one. Yes, a very good head, so it's better than one. So you can think.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Sir, please, what is the name of your page on YouTube, sir?
What is what?
Your YouTube channel.
My channel. I didn't get that. Sorry.
Yeah, the name of the YouTube channel.
Okay, my channel is the House of Accountant Professional Services.
Okay, House of Accountant Professional Services.
Yes, you can
No
get
problem.
it there.
Okay, no problem. I think all those videos you said I can watch.
Let's say by tomorrow I should upload it. I'm not sure I can do that today, but let's say
No,
tomorrow.
I'm not talking about this particular one. Other.
Okay. Yes, you can see some videos there. Just go there, you will see all the videos there.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Yes, you can also Google some other YouTube channel too. You will see some interesting video that will also help you to grow as well.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, sir. Okay, so let me still take some questions, sir. It will be good to have this kind of conversation 2 months to exam to help guide us if it may be possible area of concentration. Yes, no problem. I will try to do that. I can organize another one before that. Okay, so no problem with that. This video also, you can watch it again before the exam, maybe like 1 month or 2 weeks to the exam. Watch it again so that you'll be able to recall all this, and then make sure you take note. Please, sir, what is your name? You mean me, Abby? My name is James Olashore from House of Accountants. I believe you know my name. Maybe the question is for another person. But if the question is for me, my name is James Olashore. Okay, thank you very much. Please, can someone get reading partner? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the interesting lecture. Please, what point can students be allowed? Okay, I think I've answered all the questions I have here online. Okay, so do we have any other question? In the next 4 minutes, we can close. Let me just wait if there's any other question. Okay, seems there's no other question. So, hello? Okay, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I'm studying these ACA example questions that are related to some topics you just spoke about. And that also helped me.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
If I'm studying this ACA example of question, that is another professional body, not like.
Okay.
That is UK example, question and answer on the phone. Can that one also help me?
Can you type it so that I will be able to get to ask? It's like the network is breaking.
All right.
Can you type it? Yes, so that I can get it right. So I want to make sure we are all right and get set. I want to see many people in professionals. I want to see many people in induction. I want to eat rice. So please clear everything. Okay, thank you, sir, for the guidance. Okay, you're welcome, ma. So I want to see so many people in that induction grant, so that, and I want to see people winning prize this diet. So put in the effort. If you have enough time, make sure you read, put in the efforts. Don't be distracted. If you have failed some papers before, ginger yourself again. We go again. That is the word. That is our slang. We move again. I can. If we can, you can too. So most of them too, we have failed the exam before too. It's not that the day we started the exam, that's the day we clear all the papers. No. When I was writing my professional, I wrote the whole 5. I failed 4. I only passed 1. But the second diet, I said, no, we go again. So I cleared the remaining 4 papers one time for all. So that's it. So don't be discouraged if you fail some papers or whatever. Okay, if one studies sample questions and answer from other sister professional body like ANAN, ACCA, etc., can that help me? No. They are not the same thing. So Ican has its own past questions. So don't study ACCA for Ican. Don't study ANA for Ican. So use only materials for Ican alone. Okay, so that would be, so you have enough material for Ican that you cannot even cover, instead of you going to another body to go and pick their questions. The Pathfinder alone from 2014 to 2024, you can't solve it. You can't finish it before the exam. If you are solving it every day, you can't finish it before exam. So just stay within the Ican materials. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I think we are good to go now. So thank you so much. We see you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you, sir.
ma. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ma. Thank you so much. Good luck.